morning, Tobago. Good morning, Trinidad. Morning, viewers across the Caribbean. How are y'all today? It's a lovely Thursday morning, and you know, Thursday is the new Friday, right? So the weekend starts from today. So I say, good morning and welcome to Brunch. I am Jewel Green, and I am just holding on for Janelle Jesu. She'll be back with us tomorrow, and hopefully, you all are having a wonderful day wherever you are. Taking good care of yourself, being good to each other, and kind to humanity, right? It's a tough time for a lot of people. We have a lot of wars happening. A lot of things are going wrong. But let's focus on the things that are going right, because we do have a lot of those. And I'm sure you have some blessings, something good that you can focus on your, in your life, happening with your family, around you, on your job, perhaps even in your personal life, right? So let's focus on the good stuff and have a good Friday. Well, it's a new Friday, right? So let's stick with that. Have a good day today. And we're going to get into the good stuff. We're going to have, you know, just a little sneak peek into some of the things that are happening in the news today. And this is a Newsday article. We're going to get into it. This is a voyage to Antarctica, where Anjani Ganesh, she joins women from around the world on a voyage of discovery and leadership, right? Dr. Anjani Ganesh, coral reef ecologist, heads to Antarctica on an expedition to look at some of the effects of climate change. She's sailing on a ship, Island Sky, in a contingent of about 100 women scientists on a quest called Homeward Bound. In this journey of a lifetime, over 6,800 miles from Trinidad to the Antarctic Circle, in search of collaboration and out-of-box thinking about adaptation and resilience. By the time you're reading this, the Island Sky has left Puerto Madryn on the east coast of Patagonia, Argentina, and is steaming into the southern Atlantic. A sudden storm kept the boat in port for a day. Our course takes us to Falkland Islands before heading to the Antarctic Peninsula. So good luck, Dr. Ganesh. And then we have a Guardian article this morning that talks about students shining at Sandfest 2023. So Joey Harinanan, director of Sunfest National Junior Arts Festival, has made a clarion call for physical and financial assistance with the Junior Arts Festival. This year marks the 53rd edition of the festival, which is open to primary and secondary school students across Trinidad and Tobago. In his address at the recent Young Stars Talent Competition finals at Naparima Bowl, San Fernando, Harinanan appealed for volunteers for the annual Junior Arts production. The future is safe and strong in good hands with these young and upcoming stars. I want to beg a lot. Sandfest is a labor of love for the arts and would be remiss of me not to try to secure some help. So he's asking for some assistance, some funding for Sandfest, right? And we all know NGO. Those of us in the NGO world, we understand it is a difficult thing to keep NGOs going, especially when we don't have adequate funding. So if you are out there and you feel that Sandfest is something that you want to invest in, don't forget to call up Dr. Harry Nanan and help him with Sandfest. He's asking for some assistance, right? Women in Calypso, a Daily Express article. Women in Calypso exhibition launched at Carnival Museum. Okay. So Trinidad and Tobago Carnival Museum Executive Director Roslyn Gabriel issued an appeal for the citizenry to keep the history of our carnival alive. She made the comment while delivering remarks at the launch of the Story of Calypso, featuring women in Calypso exhibition at the Carnival Museum on the site of what was known as the Penny Bank, Charlotte Street in Port of Spain, last week Wednesday. Echoing a similar sentiment was Ministry of Arts, Culture and Tourism Representative Daniela Carrington, who brought greetings on behalf of Culture Minister Randall Mitchell and reminded everyone, by celebrating our female icons, we are investing in our nation's prosperity, ensuring that the story of Calypso continues to resonate with power and purpose. And that is so true. We want to make sure that we celebrate our female icons, because most of our male icons, you know them by name, right? And we can name a few female icons, count them on one hand, not because they only exist in small numbers, but because we only know them well, just a few. And that needs to change. So I applaud the culture minister, the representative Danielle Carrington, who brought greetings and is urging us to remember and celebrate our female icons of Calypso and culture. And we have a number of them in Tobago as well. The most known one in Tobago would be Calypso Rose, right? And she is originally from Bethel. And we love Calypso Rose so much. You know, she lives abroad right now, but she's done quite a lot to represent not just Trinidad and Tobago, but the entire Caribbean as a woman icon, as a female going out there in the entertainment industry. And she's opened a lot of doors. So we want to thank her. And, you know, we want to double those sentiments that have been issued by the representative for the Ministry of Arts, Culture and Tourism. So that's the good stuff. And we like to keep into the, you know, what's happening, the news of the day. You don't want to be out of the loop. Focusing on the news sometimes is a little depressing for some people, and I can really understand. But we want to keep up to date with what's happening in our space, Trinidad and Tobago. Be aware, be understanding of what's happening in the space and even the global space, how it's affecting us as a Caribbean island, right? As a small island developing state, climate change and all of that. We want to make sure our mind is keen and we know what's happening, right? So who's on today, right? Janelle isn't here. Thank you so much for your support yesterday, guys, because that was the first time me just helping out with brunch. But Janelle will be back again tomorrow. So I'm just going to let you know who's going to be on with us today, right? So who's going to be on with us today? Today, we're going to have Elder Diamond Andrews. He is associated with the SDA Church. That's the Seventh-day Adventist Church. And he's coming for Life Diaries. He's going to give us, you know, his history, his background, all the work he's doing and philanthropy, right? And we're going to be talking to him for a bit. And then I'm going to give you your trivia question, because you know, yesterday, y'all didn't do such a hard job yesterday, right? Y'all didn't give me the answer. And it was, you know, the Googler would have helped y'all. So this, you know, this Thursday, I hope y'all could go in the Googler and see what the trivia question answers. Because I don't want to have no good answer today, all right? Let's rectify the mistakes of yesterday, right? All right, so after that, we're going to be on Bago. We're going to be talking to Ken Venerick Cupid, and he's the founder of the Movement of Professional Dance Company. So we're going to be talking to him about the dance company and dance education program that they're doing. And then we're going to be going to the Agro Corner. We love agriculture because that's how we feed ourselves. We get fresh fruits and vegetables and make sure our stuff is organic and good for our bodies. And we're going to be talking to Barry Lovelace, and he's going to be talking to us about the do's and don'ts of the marine park. So in our Agri Corner, we're actually going to be looking at our marine life. And we know that fish and seafood and that ecosystem in the marine park and in the water, right? So the marine life is very important to us as well. We get food from the marine life. We do eat some of the seaweed. We do consume that sometimes in sushi. I love sushi. And, you know, the fish. And we want to make sure that the marine parks are in good health. The coral is in good health, right? And he's going to be talking to us about some of that with the marine park. And then we go to Grassroots, where we speak to Anne-Marie Arthur, and she is an internationally renowned cook. And as soon as I saw that, my mouth started to water. I can't wait. Anne-Marie, get here quick, girl. I'm going to be talking to Anne-Marie about her work as being a chef, how it is, and some of the projects that she's involved in. right? And then, right, we're going to be making sure that we not only have good trivia, but we give you the answer. So we get you educated, we keep you in the know with what's happening in this space, right? So that you keep abreast of all the information and news that is happening on a daily basis. So we're going to take a quick break and we'll be back. Stay tuned. If your friends and family not on their phones or on Tobago Updates Facebook page, checking us out on YouTube, go and get them, tell them come back. Come and sit with us today as we brunch and chat and have some fun on this lovely Thursday in beautiful Tobago. We'll see you in a few minutes.
Wait, I don't even have suit and thing for this wedding. Why getting them things?
Call a port my right over there.
Alright, thanks.
The Port Mall, where the varieties are large from your favorite stores, from restaurants to salons and from clothing stores to jewelry stores, located at Sanctus Hill, Scarborough, Tobago. Telephone number is 868-334-6589.
Wow. I didn't expect to see you here. Look good.
Thanks. It's all because of you and Port Mall. But here now, I'm going to tell whether you want to join me.
Yeah, that's okay.
Alright.
Beat the rush and come on down to the Port Mall.
So your car break down.
Oh, no, not again.
And you're worried paying a wrecker could mean a pocket breakdown too. But when you're insured with Tatil, no stress.
Yes!
A Tatil motor policy has lots of benefits that protect your pocket, like free roadside assistance. That's free 24/7 every time, as many times as you need. Tatil, where people are people. A member of the Ansa McCall Group.
The Division of Settlements, Public Utilities and Rural Development has relocated its Crown Point office to Glen Road in Scarborough to better serve you, our clients. Our main office is located at the corner of Glen Road and Glen Road Branch number 1, the building formerly occupied by Costa. Our grant and electrical inspectorate services can be accessed at number 2 Montessori Drive in Glen Road, building 1 and 2.
And welcome back. All of y'all who were sticking with us from since beginning at 10 and all those who joined us, welcome to brunch on a beautiful Thursday morning, wherever you are. I hope you're staying well. I hope you're staying safe. And we have with us today Elder Diamond Andrews to talk to us about mission, conference, and to explain to us what that is about.
And match.
Right, and they'll be celebrating the 20th anniversary of missions, and he's going to explain that to us. But thank you for being here with us, Elder.
I'm so glad to be here. It's good to see you.
It's lovely to have. How is the Thursday treating you?
Thursday is good so far, you know. I am in my kitchen. I have already cooked about 8 different dishes.
Really?
And I'm getting ready now for 2 more when I leave here. I'm going to do 2
Why
more dishes.
why all of this cooking is happening and I'm only now hearing about this?
You really? You don't know Mr. D's health food downstairs?
No, nobody invited me.
Oh, well, I'm going to take them to task on that.
Oh,
That's a serious
exactly.
matter.
Yes, tell them
Yes.
what's what.
Yeah, Mr. D's health food is right downstairs. As soon as you come into the
Right.
mall, that's my business.
Okay.
And I'm my own chef.
So what did you cook this morning?
I cook, oh, that's good. I cook rice. I have a good, nice vegetable rice.
Right.
I have a veggie burger because, you know, the restaurant is completely vegan.
Right.
So we don't carry any
That's
animal
fantastic.
foods. And I have vegetables, and I have beans, and peas, and callaloo, and I have everything.
So you're up
Why
early.
don't you come for lunch? On the house.
I like this guy. I like Elder. You're my new best friend.
Yes. You like food, right?
I love it.
All right. Let's do it.
Let me tell you, listen, I love gastronomy. I love flavors. I love seasonings.
I have the fingers. I
stop
have the
me.
fingers to help you out. Come on down.
I have a date, guys. I'm going to see you later. Well, it's nice to have you
Yeah,
here with
sure.
us.
Nice to
And,
be
you know,
here.
that you have such varied interests because you're an elder at the church.
That's right.
Right? And have been for quite a while.
I've been elder for 44 years now.
Right.
Yes, I've been an elder 44 years. And we have what we call a first elder, which is the elder that is in charge of a church.
Right.
And you have a head elder and you have elders on it. I have been first elder or head elder for, well, this year is going to be 36 years, 36 years as head elder. The
Congratulations.
other years, I was just an ordinary elder.
Okay.
Yes.
So you've gotten you've gotten deeper in your relationship with the church and the work that you're doing.
And with God.
Yes, well, of
Yes.
course.
I love the work.
Yes.
I've been doing it for many years.
So tell us why you're here today with this 20th anniversary soon
Right.
approaching.
Okay.
Tell us about this.
What has happened is that the Seventh-day Adventist Church, we grow in steps, you could put it in a simple way. So the church starts with me as an individual, so I'm
Yes.
just a member of the church.
Yes.
After me, there's a church. We're going to find a congregation.
Correct.
After the congregation, there is either mission or conference. The mission is that we're going to remain under a body that is called the union. They man us, they work with us, they help us to grow. And then we go to conference level, which is a little higher, where you manage your own business. Tobago has been mission for the past 20 years.
Wow.
This coming Monday is going to be the 20th year we are mission. But this coming Monday, we are going to become conference.
So tell
So
me,
we are
what's that
moving up.
transition? So it's
Yeah.
it's like a promotion.
It's like a promotion.
I
It's
like that.
you're moving from one level.
Yes.
You know, you leave primary school, getting into
Yes.
secondary
Yes.
school. And you leave
And you
secondary,
should
then
be
you go to
rewarded.
tertiary.
Yes.
So we're having this grand celebration for this event that is coming up.
Yes.
And we plan to have a really big time. Now, when we get to conference level, we'll be handling our own business.
Right.
So we have our own president. I mean, as mission, we are the president. We have president, but the president now is responsible to the union. That's the higher level, and the union is responsible to the general conference, which so we move up. So what is happening now? The conference. Now that we're going to become conference, we are going to be handling our own story.
Right.
Our autonomy now is given to us to do
Yes.
everything here in Tobago. So we're going to have elections on our own now. We choose our president, secretary, or all our board
Yes.
members. We're going to be doing that on our
So
own.
what used to happen before?
The union will do that for us.
And the union would be
The union is the whole Caribbean, all the way up
Right.
to Venezuela and back to some of those, or even up some of those American islands.
really
They cover that whole area.
right. So like the BVI or
Right. So
Yeah.
Pastor Kern Tobias, who is a Tobagonian, he is the president of that union. The union is based in
Congratulations. I'm hearing
Trinidad.
big things. I'm hearing big
Yes,
things.
the union is based in Trinidad.
Yes.
So you have Barbados, St. Vincent, Dominicaville, all the way up, all the way up. He's in charge of all those
Yes.
areas. When you come down to the conference, as we are going to be as from Monday, the conference handles its own business here in Tobago. We are still responsible to the union.
Yes.
You see?
Y'all, I'm
So-
hearing some important things.
Yes.
Some important things, and we want to stop for a second, and I want to pick at this.
Uh-huh.
So I heard they are going to be autonomous.
Yes,
I heard you all are going to be able to chart your own course,
of course.
right? Within the greater body, but still be able to say, this is what we want to do.
That's right.
How
And
does
this is
that
what we
feel?
are going to be doing.
How does that feel?
That feels real good. That feels like a million. It feels like I want to take the whole of Tobago and say, let's do it.
Yes.
I'm have to careful and choose my words here now. Let's make it happen.
Yes,
it's
I
going
love
to be
that.
happening Monday
Yeah.
coming. And so we are celebrating for the whole week.
I'm feeling the excitement, and I'm not
yes.
even SDA.
Yeah, well, you invited to come anytime.
I
Just
like it.
let us know, and we're going to move.
You're my new best friend. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Yes,
Yeah,
after
yeah.
you eat my food today,
Of course.
then we're going to talk.
I love that. So
Yeah.
let's think a minute, because I want to extrapolate a big theme that you talked about, which is autonomy, right? And what I like about that conversation and what you just said, you see, being able to chart your own course is real good.
That's a million.
It's real
Yeah,
good.
that's real nice.
And a lot of us know what I'm talking about, because
Yes.
I remember as a child, right? My mother would come and collect my laundry early morning. She'd get up about 5:30, 6 o'clock, and you're still sleeping, you're still in your eye. She'd come in your room, collect your laundry, and you go. And after I started to get older, well, I wanted to do my own laundry and wash when I wanted my things, right? So I started to hide my dirty clothes. She would come, Jewel, where your dirty clothes? I don't have any dirty. You don't have any dirty clothes. I used to hide it because I want to.
do it yourself.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes,
That is how
because
it
I want to feel that in the, I want to feel like I'm doing my own thing.
Yes.
Because when I'm ready for certain things, I want them clean. And when I'm ready to
That's
wear
right.
certain things, right?
That's right.
But she washing on a weekend when she
Yeah,
wash
and then she
everybody
will tell you
clothes.
what to wear and so on and
Yeah,
so on.
yeah.
You must find out you want.
Yeah, no, and-
Mommy, I feel to wear this today.
Correct.
And then she must say,
And that
okay.
is what you're talking
That is
about.
what
And I
I'm
just want
actually
to throw that
saying.
out for Tobago.
Yes.
That could be us.
So we are. It's a stepping stone.
That
And
could be
We're
us.
taking it in pieces.
Yes.
We're not going to rush it,
Yes.
for the other side. And, we want to take our time and get there. And so it's time that we move on our own. I mean, when we were starting this organization to get to where we are now, there was a fight because people
Right.
think, well, you don't really have to do that. What are you doing that for?
Yeah.
We over the years, we had been with Trinidad. So it was South Caribbean Conference.
Oh,
and that is
yes,
Trinidad and Tobago.
yes.
So we worked together, do everything together.
Yes.
And then the time came when we said, hey, man, we want to make a change in this thing. And it's time for us to go on our own. We put it this way, we old enough to wash our clothes.
It's so true.
Let's
because
get that cracking.
you know what you need individually.
Of
And,
course,
as
of
Tobago,
course,
you know what
of
you
course.
need.
So we wanted to have this thing, and let's do it ourselves. And nobody don't have to tell us no, or yes, you could get it, or you can't get it, and that kind
and
of
you have
thing.
to wait for them
have to
to
wait for them.
evaluate what you asked for, and
You
if
know,
they.
I like to make my quarrel and my, that's what happening in Tobago right now. If you want
Yes.
a loan, somebody in Trinidad has to approve
Yeah.
it. If you want a custom, if you want a immigration department, whatever it is,
Yeah.
somebody in Trinidad has to say
Oh
yes.
gosh,
So we are out of that. We don't have to
I'm
ask
so
South
happy for
Caribbean,
y'all.
and we don't have to ask the union.
Yes.
And we don't have to ask. We could inform and we could, talk together. Okay, we want to do this. What do you think? They could give an idea and so
Yeah.
on. But we are our own. We have our own president.
Yes.
All the pastors are on board. The lay people are on board. And we say, let's make this thing happen.
Yeah, I really
So
love that.
Monday morning, hallelujah.
Monday morning, all them mashing the
I'm
gas.
telling you. So we have Monday and Tuesday. Those 2 days are for
Right,
getting that into gear, having the vote and so
right.
on. And on Friday, we're doing a march around Scarborough.
Right.
And then on Sabbath, on Saturday, for the people who don't know, we are going to be at Shaw Park, where the whole congregation of people in Tobago, every 34 Seventh-day Adventist churches in Tobago,
Yes.
we are going to congregate down there at Shaw Park, and we're going to have a time.
And what time on Saturday is that?
I think it's 9. I don't have that very straight, but at most times we might start about 8:30, 9 o'clock.
Right.
And we're going all day long, celebrating. But what I already come to talk about is the match.
Yes,
Because
tell
we
me.
have a little branch of the church that is called ASI.
Yes, I
ASI,
saw, I
Tobago
saw that.
chapter?
What is that?
Good. Adventist Layperson Service and Industry, ASI. That is now the business people of the Seventh-day Adventist Church.
Oh, so you all
Business
have your
people,
own business
we have
chamber,
our-
so to speak.
That's right. But we are there in the church. We support
Yes.
everything that happens in the church.
That is
But we
amazing.
are business people.
Yes.
So we have land surveyors, we have taxi drivers, we have whatever little business and professional you're doing. So the doctors could be in that, the lawyers could be in that, the carpenters. Those are professional people I'm talking about. Eh? I'm talking about carpenters and masons and those engineers on the street that clean the street.
Yes.
Those are professional people.
Yes.
And sometimes you say, well, what are you doing? You say, well, I walk on the road. So that's all I could find to do. That's a big job. And I want people to understand
And a
that.
necessary one.
Very necessary and very important. So we need everybody. So all the business people, we have this ASI and it's worldwide. There's
Right.
ASI all over the world.
Right.
But you must be a Seventh-day Adventist.
Got it,
because
got
it's
it.
Adventist,
Yes.
layperson service
Well,
and
of
industry.
course.
So we decided that we wanted to do in the area of the celebration, we're going to do a match. Now, we used to do the match. We call it the 10 Commandment match.
Right.
We are asking people to remember the 10 Commandments and put them back where they belong. They belong to the heart.
Yes.
And not this heart here, but this one up here.
Okay.
You know, we have two hearts, right? This is the thinking power. This is where you get your
Okay.
energy from.
Yes.
And so we want to ask people to put them back where they belong, so that we could get rid of the crime and the
Yes.
guns and the fighting and the beating and all the rest of it. We are saying put them back where they belong. Because you know, the commandments run in two phases, two areas. The first 4 commandments says love for God.
Right.
So, thou shalt have no other gods before me. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. That's God. God said, give me that because
Yes.
I make you, I put you together. The second 6, which is from 5 to 10, says love to God.
Okay.
So I must love you, and I must check up on you where you live and see if you have a leak on your house, if your step breaking down, and I
Right.
must fix it.
Yes,
That's
you
love.
get together and do it. But that's one of the things what you're saying is one of the things that I see that has been happening. That's part of the heritage of Tobago.
That's right.
Where you all come together community-wise and help each other build houses, you know, this lend hand and so this is just an extension of this Tobago love, this community spirit
Of course.
in the SDA church.
That's right.
And that's fantastic.
So if somebody said, listen, they call me Brother Diamond. If they say, Brother Diamond, you know, my step break down because of so.
Yes.
Where do you live? I live in so and so. And this is not Adventist, this is anybody.
Okay.
It's not just for the church members, it's for anybody.
Right.
Right. So I say, okay, I live in Speyside. Okay, we're going to send somebody to take a look and we see what material we get. And we do that. And then we'll call the person and say, listen, I'm coming by you tomorrow morning.
Yes.
It's not next year and next week.
And
We're coming by you tomorrow morning. Zoom. House finish or
Yes.
whatever it is. We build little houses for people, help people out.
Yes.
So when all the business people come together and say, so you come and you say, listen, I'm not living anywhere. I wish I could get some help. Where, give me a little piece of land. Give me an idea. You have a piece of land? Yeah, my mother gave me a little piece of land, but I don't have any money and I want to build something. So, okay, we're going to put that together. So I will call up the guys, Lyndon, Damian, Commander. I said, listen, fellas, I need $10 from everybody
Yes.
to build the house. I'm just using the figure there.
Yes,
$10.
yes.
And everybody put the $10 and we go fix the house and go build the house.
So you all have people who are working in construction. Have any women in there?
In the construction?
Yes.
Yeah. We have all
like
kinds
that.
of people. You like that?
I love house building. I love architecture. I love all of that. So when I hear,
Oh, I'm
so
sorry.
how will they call any man here on TV?
Somebody shut him
Come,
up.
he's on brunch. He
is this-
can't speak right now.
And do you know it's the same? Are we supposed to be here right now?
Oh, he's on his way.
He's
Right?
supposed to be
Yeah.
outside. I hope
He's
he
on
is.
brunch. He can't speak. Brother Diamond can't speak, right? Check him later, guys.
Okay. And
Yes.
so we do things like that and we keep everybody abreast of what is happening in the
Right.
world, all over the world. And so on Friday, is our march. The ASI team is in charge of the mass,
Okay.
of the march. sorry.
Yes.
So we are going with our placards, stop the stealing, stop the killing, put down
So
the guns.
where y'all starting from?
I'm coming to that now.
Okay.
So I was just giving you the pinch of
Yes,
it there,
yes.
what it's all about. So we are going to gather ourselves at Tambrin Car Park. You know what
Right.
I'm talking about?
Of
It's the
course.
easiest way to say it.
Of course,
If I
yeah.
say Old Market, or if I
Everybody
say
know where
Old Police
Tambrin,
Station,
yeah.
they would not know what I'm talking about.
Everybody
But that
knows.
car park there by the Tambrin Radio,
Yes,
we
by the
normally will
church.
gather there by the church. We gather there at 3
Right.
because the march is supposed to be from 3:30.
Right.
So we are coming. We're going to go right across on Robinson Street. Then we're going to go all the way down Main Street. When we get downtown, we're going to come in, make a left there on Carrington Street, which is the street coming down here. Somewhere about the name is changed to Melford Road. I don't know which area is
Yeah.
Melford Road.
Milford Road is the whole thing.
I think so, but it used to be Carrington Street. I know.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
So when we come down here, we are going to go here and go around Tiantec
Right.
and come back down.
Yes.
Where we're going to end up right
by the
opposite.
gardens.
Yeah, we're going around the market side.
Right.
By the gardens. And then we are going to end up right here. You know, there's a car park right out here.
Yes.
The
Yes. To the
Esplanade car
back.
park. It is closed
Yeah.
right now. So the plan is that we are going to end up in that car park.
Right. That's the
So
new one they just finished there.
That's right. It's not. I don't know why it's closed right now, but it's closed. But they plan to give us, hopefully, everything come
Access,
through. They're going to
right.
give us access, so we're going to be in there, and we're going to have the speakers now talk about these problems that we have,
Yes.
and as we celebrate, and as we dance,
Yes.
and as we sing, and as we whistle, and whatever we want to do.
Yes.
That's part of the celebration.
That's so
So
fantastic.
we want to ask all the Adventists in Tobago, every one of
Yeah.
them, all 8,000, 9,000 of them, if it is possible, to come. All wouldn't come. But, you know, you have some old ones and they have some young
Yes.
ones.
I hope you all
And
are
then-
doing it virtually so that persons who may be differently
Yes.
abled or can't come
You know,
will
we
be
have,
able to
you know,
do.
we have our own studio. We have all of our equipment that we do
Very
those kind of things.
good.
You ever heard about it?
No.
Do you know Woods?
Woods?
Do you
Explain.
Know, do you know Judon?
Yes.
Those are our boys.
Okay.
That's our studio boys.
Oh, very good.
We loan them to you guys just for a little while.
You load now. Oh, let
So,
me
yes.
tell you, the time you're going out, just make sure that y'all are covered and y'all wear sunblock, because this sun
The sun
is
terrible.
behaving much
Yes.
different than we are accustomed to.
We
Eh?
are hoping to have a dry day.
Yeah,
We
that'd
don't
be
mind
good.
the sun, but if the rain...
No, but walk with your umbrella still,
we
because you
understand,
see the
yes, and
sun.
Yes, that's good.
Walk
Those
with
who
your
have to.
umbrella and you
And it's
put
not
on
a
some
long walk.
sunblock. It doesn't matter, you know.
It's not- I
You
know.
want to be cool and relaxed, you know. So walk with your
So-
umbrella and your sunblock and stuff and some water. Stay hydrated.
Well, we have plenty of water.
Very good.
So we're going to have the drum corps. You know, we have our own drum corps, which is the
Okay.
Pathfinders.
Yes.
You know
Yes,
that name?
I know
So
the
we have
Pathfinders,
Pathfinder
yes.
drum corps. We have 2 trucks with music. With our song leaders and so on leading out with the music as we come down. And we're going to end up in the car park where we're going to just have a blowout. You ever heard the name Clive Dutton?
Yes.
Clive Dutton is going to be our main speaker.
Very good.
Because the whole union, they come in to celebrate with us and they're going to be in Tobago for the weekend. So they're going to be with us. Pastor Tobias is going to be with us. Our chief secretary is going to be with us.
Yes.
And you know, so we have a lineup. And
Well,
we're going to just have a blowout.
we're going to go to a break, but I'm so glad you said the chief secretary is going to be there. So he's
Yes.
going to be celebrating. He's going to
Yes.
be celebrating your
He's going to be
autonomy, right?
Yes.
And hopefully this is the catalyst. This is going to be the catalyst. I love this.
I'm telling
Anyway,
you.
we're going on a quick break.
Yes.
We're going to be back. We're chatting here with Brother Elder Diamond Andrew, and he's telling us about the 20th anniversary of the SDA mission in Tobago, in the Caribbean. And he's going to be back to continue to talk to us about what they're going to be doing for that celebration. Don't go anywhere.
Amen.
You know, who would I ever believe, Jessica could take care of a child,
I know, right? I'm a kinship foster parent to my nephew Malik.
Papa, you remind me of my grandmother, you know, when she used to take care of my cousins.
If I didn't step in, I don't know where he would have ended up. Plus, I get support from Children's Authority, training, and counseling.
But Jessica, you not married?
That doesn't matter once you have a safe home and you're related to the child. You're good.
So they just gave money to do this?
Yeah, they do give me some money.
So, Auntie, you can buy a Lamborghini for me?
Oh, I'm so sorry, Malik, but that money's to take care of you. Okay, smubble up is.
I will not try. Mommy, you can buy.
No.
Wait, I didn't even finish my sentence.
About Lamborghini, you can get lamb stew for lunch.
Auntie Jessica could only come when you come in, because all them does do is talk people business.
Malachi, I'm only going on the bed.
But mommy, the boy don't even live here.
Yeah, go to your bunkers.
What? Bunkers? Where's that?
I think I'm getting pretty good at this.
Full disclosure with the executive every Thursday at 8 p.m. only on Tobago Updates. Real questions and honest conversations with the sole aim of keeping you fully in the know. Full disclosure with the executive every Thursday at 8 p.m. only on Tobago Updates.
MI4 Security Services Company is the most advanced security service in Tobago. Ask about our cash and transit service. It's safe, risk-free, reliable, and timely. We provide safe banking delivery for all business types and sizes with highly trained staff, 24/7 monitoring, coordinated emergency response, and a well-maintained fleet of armored vehicles. Contact us at 660-7723 or visit our website at www.mi4securitytt.com to sign up today.
Standard, and today we're launching High. It's our newest brand that Standard is launching, and it's where luxury meets affordability. We're very proud of this brand. It's taken some time to get the right collection in place, and we're also going to continue to improve on our collection as time goes by and we listen to our customers more. We've changed our suppliers for this collection to European suppliers, so you're going to get that European finish. We've been very pleased by some of the results that we've been seeing in terms and response to it in the market, and we're so glad to bring it to Tobago and show Tobago what Standard could, grow with them as well.
It's not just about looking good or having materials that are easily cleaned or sustainable materials, because the important thing about this particular collection is that it is quality. It is meant to last, and it lives up to the Standard name about never beating on quality and price. This furniture particularly, especially our outdoor line, which ranges from fiberglass, plastic types of outdoor stools, outdoor chairs, even the outdoor furniture, it is built to last.
That's the importance with High, right? It's not only looking good, it's going to feature things that make your life easier, and it's not too damaging on your pocket. That's important for us.
This furniture fits the lifestyle of Tobago, of the Tobago customer, of the Tobago guest. It is the perfect type of furniture for you.
Tobago Glass Glass Supplies has been a leading name for over 37 years in the glass and aluminum market in Tobago. We provide an extensive range of high-quality, innovative aluminum and glass products for commercial and residential use. Competitive prices with superior and professional services by committed employees who are guided by rigid quality standards. Tobago Glass Supplies specializes in the manufacture and installation of glass and aluminum products that are essential to today's homeowners and the business environment. We are engaged in marketing, sales, and installation of a variety of products. These ranges from windows and doors to necessities such as mirrors for homes and vehicles, designed and manufactured in-house or imported.
We're here in lovely Tobago, Scarborough Tobago Port Mall, and we're talking today on Brunch to two wonderful gentlemen from the SDA Church. We are speaking to Brother Diamond, Elder Diamond Andrews, and we have joining us here also Brother Lyndon. And we're so happy to have the both of them because they're going to be giving us some information about a celebration of epic proportions, their 20th anniversary of missions, right? And Brother, you were telling us about, the 20th anniversary and all that you're going to be doing, and Dr. Clive Dotton is going to be here to speak and all of that. Right. So, Mr. Brother Lyndon, tell us what you do with ASI.
Okay, I am, well, first of all, let me say hello to your viewers out there. I am the Vice President of the current executive of the Tobago ASI of Seventh-day Adventists.
Right.
And probably I need to just jump ahead of you and let you know what ASI stands for, that acronym.
Yes, of course.
It actually stands for Adventist Laypersons, Services and Industries. So Adventist Laypersons is hyphenated, that's the A.
Yes.
Services and Industries, ASI. What are we? What do we do? Well, we are a group of Adventist business people and professionals, and we have decided that outside of the church environment, our businesses and our lives, etc., must reflect Christ in what we call our marketplace. So, for example, I'm a land surveyor. People come to me to have surveying stuff done for their land. But the Diamond deals with food.
Yes.
And so when you come
we have a date later.
Yes. So because she's so lovely, I said, come on down and have lunch.
Wonderful.
Never had a vegan lunch before.
Yes.
This will be your first day.
So that
and we have to celebrate.
Into our marketplace, we want to do things there that would reflect the God that we believe in and the God that we serve.
Right.
So it's about sharing Christ in your marketplace and about supporting the church with our finances, with our time, with our talents, with everything that we have, so that the message of salvation can be given to the world
right.
through the support that we give to the church.
Yes. That's one of the things I love about Trinidad and Tobago. Every creed and race, whatever your belief is, and I love that the SDA Church is really making community come alive by this ASI, because what y'all are doing is like y'all have a business chamber in your church. Yes. And Brother Diamond, you did a really good job of explaining to us earlier about, who is in ASI and what it's about. But, repetition is the mother of learning. So I was so happy that you repeated it so that people understand. If we don't support our entrepreneurs, our business people, even as the SCA Church is doing with their business community, if we don't do that, please remember that small businesses will not prosper. They will not go anywhere. So we need to make sure they get the support that they need by using their services, their goods and services, purchasing and supporting. It's not a lip service. I'm putting that plug out for all small businesses.
Thank you.
Across Trinidad and Tobago. Let's support local. Let's make sure that our money is spent and circulated right here in Trinidad and Tobago so that our small businesses prosper and expand,
Amen.
Right? Yeah, we need it. We need it. We can't afford to be only buying Amazon products and overseas and all of that.
That's
We have to invest here.
Yes.
So I'm so happy to hear you.
Let's have it.
I'm so happy to hear that you all are talking about ASI. How old is ASI?
ASI as an organization from the standpoint of the church is about 25 years old.
Wow.
ASI in the context of what we would consider
local
area, Tobago, is probably about 20 years old.
More than 20
More than
because
20.
don't forget we are Mission 20 years and we were before.
Right. So we have been ASI for quite a while here in Trinidad and Tobago. And it's a worldwide organization. North America is where ASI started many years before.
Yes.
So it is an organization that has been in operation and at the forefront of the church's mission for quite a long time.
Right. I really love that. I can't tell you how much I think that is needed in more and more organizations and entities. The support, right? Don't just start an organization or a church or a group just for saying, we have one. Really make sure that community spirit. And he was talking to us earlier, Brother Diamond, you were talking about, how you all help people build houses. You all really take that lend hand and bring it to life, right, by helping. So before we go, we just want to make sure that everybody there viewing understands what's happening, when it's happening, where it's happening, and what time and for whom. Right?
Good.
So if you could go back over that, tell us about your celebration from start to finish. Give it to us.
At the match or just the whole celebration?
Everything. We don't want to miss anything.
The celebration begins on Monday. That's going to be the first part of our celebration where we are going to, the Union Division General Conference folks, they are going to declare Tobago is now conference.
Right.
So,
autonomy, guys.
That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the first time in Tobago and welcome the Tobago
I love your energy. I love it.
You can't help it.
Yes, he's such an exciting guy. Listen, full of energy. Oh my gosh, I tell you.
And then we start there and then we have elections.
Yes.
And then we're going to have the folks reporting what happened over the past maybe year or 2 years, or maybe over the past 20 years.
That
the report.
Probably the last 20 years.
I believe so.
Because you see, it's like a graduation.
Yes, of course.
All right. So you graduating to go probably to university.
Yes.
All right. So the Tobago Mission of Seventh-day Adventists was, let's say, like the fledgling or the lowest round of the ladder that you can have within the organization. And we have grown to the point now where we're transitioning from there to being a conference. There's much more autonomy when you become a conference.
Right.
You can take care of things within your sphere. All right. So it is really a graduation exercise. And what we're doing is as we move into that exercise, the entire week's activity and weekend's activity is to culminate with that grand celebration of that particular exercise.
I love that y'all are, so Brother Diamond was here by himself earlier and now you joined us. But I love that y'all are speaking with one voice, right?
Amen.
You all are saying the same thing. We understand what's happening. And it's really nice to have you all guys. I want to thank you, Brother Diamond and Brother Lyndon, for being with us here today, talking to us about this 20th anniversary and telling us exactly what they're going to do. And if you want more information, how can they get that more information? Give them a number to call.
They could call me, which is 721-6409. They could call Brother Lyndon, 688-7854.
Brother Lyndon, you all right with him giving out your number?
Our numbers are free numbers.
Very good.
Numbers. You could call the PRO, they were 682-9245.
Yes.
That's Brother Damian Edwards. So I saw Tobago Glass advertising just now.
Yes.
That man, that young man.
Okay, wonderful.
So
listen, these are versatile, energetic members of the SDA community. Brother Lyndon came and he was in his, very corporate looking ASI shirt, and it was blue. So we quickly sorted him out, right, so he could be here.
That's good.
Yeah, and we want to thank them for being here with us. Wrapping up now, we're heading into our Tobago trivia question. And question for us today is 1961 to 1964, the Scarborough Secondary School was called by what name? Again, that question is 1961 to 1964, the Scarborough Secondary School was called by what name? And if you can't find it in the Googler, right, type in it, go and ask a friend. We want that answer. Don't give us the answer.
I'm not giving you the answer.
We're heading into a break right now. Thank you very much.
Before we go to the break, I just want to remind people of the time for Friday evening.
Yes.
Friday evening, we are getting together up there for 3 o'clock.
Right, by Tambrin.
3:30.
Yes.
Radio Tambrin car park area there, and we're going to travel downtown. 3, we are getting together to put things and line them up.
Yes.
Get the police and everybody is in line.
Yes.
And we leave at 3:30.
You all get there on time. Walk with your sunblock, walk with your water, walk with your umbrella. Get ready. It's going to be an afternoon of fun, and togetherness and community. Come out to this SDA celebration
Friday,
of the 20th mission. Not tomorrow.
Friday 24th.
Friday 24th at 3 p.m. Friday the 24th of November at 3 p.m. up at Tambrin Car Park.
That's right.
Up at Tambrin Car Park. Don't forget, bring your umbrella, bring your sunblock, bring your water, bring your friends and your family, and come out and celebrate the 20th anniversary of missions. And stay with us. We'll be back in a few minutes.
Jimmy's Holiday Resorts has 1, 2, and 3 bedroom, fully self-contained apartments located at the heart of Crown Point. Minutes walk to the popular beaches, restaurants, bars, and the airport. Enjoy our amazing amenities such as fully equipped apartments, complete with Wi-Fi, AC, TV, and a pool, and a mini-mart on the compound. Call 639-8292 or 8929. Jimmy's Holiday Resorts is your family's home away from home.
You can now get whatever you need whenever you need it anywhere in Tobago with Tobago. Your meals, medication, groceries, and shopping all delivered directly to you. No more hassle, no more stress. Get the Tobago app today on Google Play or Apple App Store.
That's TAPPOGO, and let us deliver to you.
Check our website at www.tapogo.app or call the experts at 494-TOGO and 484-4746. Tobago. Relax. We will get it to you. Tobago's at your service.
Wait, I don't even have suit and thing for this wedding. Why getting them thing?
Well, put my right over there.
Alright, thanks.
The Port Mall, where the varieties are large from your favorite stores, from restaurants to salons and from clothing stores to jewelry stores, located at Sanctus Hill, Scarborough, Tobago. Telephone number is 868-334-6589.
Wow. I didn't expect to see you here. Look good.
Thanks. It's all because of you and Portmore. But here now I'm going to have with you. You want to join me?
Yeah, that's okay.
Alright.
Beat the rush and come on down to the Port Mall.
your car break down.
Oh, no, not again.
And you're worried paying a wrecker could mean a pocket breakdown too. But when you're insured with Tatil, no stress.
Yes!
A Tatil motor policy has lots of benefits that protect your pocket, like free roadside assistance. That's free 24/7 every time, as many times as you need. Tatil, where people are people. A member of the Ansa McCall Group.
The Division of Settlements, Public Utilities and Rural Development has relocated its Crown Point office to Glen Road in Scarborough to better serve you, our clients. Our main office is located at the corner of Glen Road and Glen Road Branch number 1, the building formerly occupied by Coastal. Our grant and electrical inspectorate services can be accessed at number 2 Montessori Drive in Glen Road, building 1 and 2.
You know, who would I ever believe it? Just
Welcome back, viewers. You're back here with us on Brunch today, and I am stepping in for J Soul. She'll be back with us tomorrow. I know y'all can't wait to see her. She can't wait to be here with you all, right? So hopefully, you know, y'all will stick with me, support, and just watch, because this is just my second. I'm just here for the second day helping out. So we're here right now to speak with a young man called Venerick Cupid.
Yes.
And I hope I said it correct
You
again.
said it perfectly.
I love it. It's a beautiful name, very unique. And he is here. He's the founder of the Dance Professional Movement Company.
The Movement Professional Dance.
Movement Professional.
Yes, a little tongue twister. No, that's Emperors.
And he's here to talk to us about that, right? This is a group that's right here in Tobago. And Venerick, tell us what this group is about, what it does.
So, Emperors, well, Movement Professional, also known as Emperors, we are a brotherhood, and that is one of the best ways I could describe it. But in school, all of us, the gravitate to dancing. Well, back in my day, we call it scanting, right? I don't know if anybody...
Yeah, we know it. We know it. Go ahead.
I know that terminology. But it really had a hold on me in school, and I think as a young man, and most young people, we love to dance. So myself and my other crew members, we decided to form a group, and by forming a group, we formed a family.
Right.
So that's the best way that we could put it. We've been performing all over Trinidad and Tobago. We went to Phoenix, Arizona to represent Trinidad and Tobago in the World Hip Hop Dance Championships.
Okay.
Yeah, making history as the only TNT group to actually do that in the mini crew category, and the only Tobago group to ever make it that far. So
tell me, how long have you all been doing this?
We have been doing this since, well, I have been doing this, well, I started first. I started in 2007. I would have met the guys in 2009 because they are a bit younger than I am, when I was a part of the Bimbal Dance Off competition at that point in time.
Okay.
And then we would have joined in 2011 officially, and that is when the brotherhood started. But since then, we'll be doing little sideline projects like flash mobs and stuff. Everything is on YouTube when it comes to what we do.
I really love this. So you all are brotherhood, and the 19th of November is Men's International Day.
Yes.
Right? So guys, listen, if you all feel like you all, you know, you have fancy feet, right? You got some fancy moves, you got, as Chronic said, your scanting suite, right? Come call Venerick and see if you could qualify to join this group of men. It's a brotherhood of movement.
Correct.
Right? And you all have been doing this since you started in 2009. Excellent. Tell us, for those who are viewing, why you felt that this was an important thing for you to do, for you to start a group with men moving.
So, and the good thing about this whole thing, I believe this month is Men's Mental Health Month. I believe so, right? When it comes to dancing, and I remember me being in my teens, as a teenager, you are faced with so many obstacles, whether it's peer pressure, whether it's grades, whether it's problems at home. And being a young man, it was kind of difficult to express yourself properly without being looked at funny, or even, you're frustrated. And
Yes.
sometimes this frustration manifests in anger. And dance solved that for me. Dance mitigated that for me and everybody else in my group. So when I started dancing, I started to express myself. So the problems of my day would have left because I started dancing. And through dance, I was able to connect with a lot of people, and I was able to connect with other young men, which is my brothers, Chappie, Destin, Nick, Orel. Everybody knows, well, for the time from Tobago, you will actually know who we are or seen us at least once or twice around.
Okay.
And I believe that that is why dance is so important, and that is why I do what I do, or we do what we do, because it gives us a very non-verbal way to communicate and express ourselves.
Listen, I can't tell you how much I admire what you're saying about, that, because what you're talking about is some of those toxic masculinity traits, right? Some of those things that are cultured into men that aren't working, right? Men don't cry, men don't talk, men don't express their feelings, right? And we don't want that. We want men who can express themselves and not just express themselves. That society is not going to make you feel bad for
Correct.
doing it,
Correct.
right? So you have turned that, that ability, or I should say, perhaps the lack of that ability to express yourself verbally into movement.
Into movement.
Right?
Yes.
So if you don't like to talk a lot, put it into your dance. That's what you're saying.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
Speak with your body.
Speak with your body.
I love that.
And that's one of the best things about it, because in my group, right, we have, one of my members' name is Orel Cooper. We call him Kwang. If you know him personally, he's not really a talker.
Yes.
But when he dances, that is when he speaks.
Yes.
And that is one of the best and healthiest way he found to express himself. And that is also why we at this stage are currently trying to connect with the younger generation, because we know that we see violence in schools. We've seen a lot of stuff that we know that if a teacher or somebody could have at least offered this sort of solution, maybe it might be able to help. It may not be able to help everybody, but it may help the next me. It may help the next them.
Yes.
Because dancing, especially with TikTok and everything right now, dancing is very big. Everybody's TikTok savvy right now. And to see that we could offer that service to the next generation, because we didn't have it those days. I had to learn myself. And we could actually offer that service to the next generation. We could definitely help put somebody, some young man, some young female, anybody on the right track.
Yes.
Because one thing about Emperors, right? We keep each other in check.
Yes.
Yeah, and that is what brotherhood does. That is what good brotherhood does. So when young men talking about having friends do not allow each other to entertain negative vices. And my group, Emperors, we keep everybody on their toes. We know, hey, we're trying to be positive. We're trying to do better, we're trying to give back.
Yes.
And young men need that these days. We need somebody to hold each other accountable, to let all know, hey, you've been wrong.
Yes.
Hey, don't follow the crowd. Be your own man. Stand up for what is right.
Y'all, check Venerick out. He's on a positive track. Support and check him out. What you're talking about, and I heard you say everybody TikTok savvy. I say, Lord, I ain't that everybody. I'm not TikTok savvy. I'm running from TikTok so long. Let me tell you, this movement that you're doing, this way that you all are being, using the arts, using creativity, using movement to make sure that the men of this generation, your generation, are on a positive track and stay there, right? And I always tell people, it's not enough to just say they should do better. Men need to keep each other in check, right?
Correct.
Society just can't keep telling, don't do that, don't do that. Y'all need to be able to say that to your other brothers.
100%
right?
agree.
Because it's so much easier when you talk to a brother. You understand where they're coming from.
Exactly.
You understand what's happening with them.
We understand male ego. We understand male ego 100%.
Yes.
And we could actually say, yo, brother, I understand what you're trying for, but that ain't the right way. You need to cut that out. You need to stop that. We could pull up each other And that is what we do in our group, and that is what we believe in. Because
Yes.
if you're not in check, your ego could run a while and cause you to do some crazy things.
I'm telling you. Well,
Right?
there's female ego too, so we get it. But I understand, you know, there are so many little nuances and differences between men and women. And sometimes we, as women, may not even understand it. And sometimes the younger men don't understand themselves. You need sometimes somebody in your own gender to be able to say, you know, girlfriend, boyfriend, I don't think you're going down the right road with that.
Exactly.
I've been there, done that. Don't go down there.
Exactly.
You know, it's not going to profit you, and I love that you all are doing that. Tell us about this education program.
Okay.
Why you started that, what it is, and why you decided this was necessary?
So I would have come on this program, and I come on the Tobago Updates program a few months ago, I think about 2 or 3 months ago, and I would have spoke about issues in the dance community in depth. And one of the questions that was brought to me is, how could I targeted, or what could we do as Emperors, which is my group? And it had me thinking. I was like, you know what, anybody could talk the talk, but not everybody could walk the walk.
Yeah.
So I told my team about what the interview was about, and they saw the interview and they said, let's do something. So since then, we would have went up to Speyside High School, I believe in early October. We had a session, thanks to Miss Hercules, which is a performing art teacher up there. We had a bunch of the males in the session, and we had some females in the session. And during the session, we would have definitely give them a breakdown, a history on performing arts. We would have given them what the true essence of performing is. We would have told each gender how to properly express themselves and not to be confined by what society really pushing on them. So we allow the young men to be that, young men. We allow them to be young men. We allow the young women to be young women. And we use tools such as drift. Everybody who knows drift, which is a popular trending song right now, knows that the young people and them love it. And we believe that by using this tool, we got their attention for the whole session. And the session wasn't just drift. We taught them some hip-hop, and we also taught them some folk, some African step, because that is our heritage, that is our culture.
Very much
And what was so brilliant about it, because you know, when they go to young people and say, hey, we're going to teach you folk dances, they may shy away. Hey, we don't want to learn that.
Yes.
But there's a way to do everything.
Yes.
We get them hooked first, and then we introduce the folk.
Yes.
So the kids and them was engaged throughout the whole entire session, which was an hour. And we compiled it very nicely. Then we took the kids outside and do a little drift video with them on TikTok. And that video, I think when we uploaded it, it had like about 15,000 views within like 48 hours.
Right.
And right now, even if you go on TikTok and you type in Emperors, you will see the video with a couple of students. We were just having fun.
Yeah.
We were just having.
Look.
Yeah, you'll see it. All right. I'm actually the camera guy, by the way, in case if you don't see me in it, right?
Yes, yes.
But we actually reduced the numbers of students in the drift because there were so many of them that wanted to fall in. So we say, you know what, we'll just take about 20 of you to actually fall in. But they are interested. I need to stress that. I've been hearing people on the island saying, you know what, this dancing is for girl or the young men not interested, or the young people not interested in learning their folk. I don't believe that. This is proof of that. The young people are interested. You, whoever you are as a teacher, you need to find a way to communicate on a level that they understand.
Or a parent.
Or parents, correct.
You know, because we put a lot on these teachers, and they have a curriculum to deliver so that these kids could come out of school with their subjects and get, employment.
And get the passes.
But let me tell you, parents out there, don't let me give you the side eye. You have work to do as well. It's not all about the teachers. The teachers doing their job. You make sure you don't fall down by the wayside and say, when you go to school, you're going to learn that. Miss Work. No. Right? So it's for the parents
It's also for the parents.
right?
And for any parent that is actually listening right now, if it is that you are contemplating like what is the importance of dance, I'm letting you know, dance teaches so many life principles, right, within its practice. For example, the ballroom.
Discipline.
Correct. Discipline in the ballroom. And I don't know who, like, if you're listening and you're accustomed to ballroom, when you go to ballroom, the young man has to approach the young lady with respect, with posture, extend his hand out. The lady then has to vet him and reply with. So it shows. So it teaches a young man respect. It teaches a young man how to dress properly, how to present himself properly. It teaches a female how to vet a young man. It teaches a female how to respond properly once done vetting the young man. It teaches a young lady how to allow a young man to lead. It teaches a young man how to lead. All of that just within ballroom. So ballroom isn't just dancing around dancing around the floor. It has so many lessons within ballroom. Mark, who's our next one? Yeah, so we have so many, so many lessons.
Listen, I know he calling all kind of dance moves. I know the drifter. That's what I know. That's what I could do a drift. Can I join you?
If only we could get a little music to play.
You know?
Give it a little.
Yeah. You gotta do the head. You gotta do the head. You gotta do the head. You gotta drift. But let me tell you, what you're saying is true. Dance, the arts, they teach discipline, just like sports, just like we're using sport to make sure that our young people stay where they need to be, that they focus on the right things and they stay positive. Dance and the arts does that as well. And I'm so glad to hear that you all are doing this, because it's really giving another option.
Yes.
Right? Because not everybody's into sports. I'm not a sports person.
You're so correct. Not everybody's into sports.
I'm not into sports. I watch cricket because, right, it's on TV. I like to go to cricket because it's the lime, right? Drinks and eats. But I'm not into sports. I may prefer dance, right? And we have a lot of people out there. There's so many different things.
So many different things. And while I have this platform here, I want to also speak on what we're going to be doing as a part of the dance education initiative. We have 2 legs right now, which is one is called the male expression. With that, we're hoping to do it next semester, the January semester. We will want to go to about 6 secondary schools, teach them a dance, teach them a mix. We'll have what's trendy and what's cultural, right? So they will understand where they come from within the culture and have a product put together for World International Dance Day. That day, the video compilation will be aired, so all the students could run and see themselves and see what they were a part of and feel proud that they were part of that. And on the other semester, we want to do an anti-violence tour, teaching kids to express themselves and letting them know that they could use dance as a vehicle to express themselves in a healthy manner and in a proper manner. So we want to teach them a lot of different ways, not just dancing for dancing. We want to let them know what dancing could offer, right? And I also want to say that any practitioner on the island, I know that we have a lot of gems on the island. I believe in Cynthia Alfred, we have some of the older heads. We are not, and all them might watching this and say, well, them young people had a young people thing. But we need your help also, because we have you all a library of knowledge. And those principles and all those stuff that comes with the culture, that comes with the folk, we need to get that information to pass it on to the next generation. We are willing, but we need your help. We need the help of the secretaries on them, especially the ones on them that education, in tourism, because if we do not educate and enlighten this generation coming up, within 10 years, when we decide to stop dancing or who's currently dancing, you will have a void.
Listen, you said some important things there. Fenric, before we go any further, I don't want to forget, tell the viewers how to find you on social media and give them a number to call, please.
Sure. Well, you could contact me directly on 391-2916. You could also hit up the group. The group is on every social media platform, which is Emperors. You cannot miss Emperors at all.
So that's just M-P-O-R-S.
Thank you. M-P-R-O-S. From the time you see it, you will see a picture.
Underscore.
Dash. Definitely a dash.
Very
you will
good.
see a picture of the whole group, right? So we are very, very easy to find.
Facebook, Instagram,
TikTok.
And TikTok.
You know, from the time you send a message, we answer almost instantly. So if it is that you are a stakeholder or you was involved in Heritage back in the day or Best Village back in the day and you want to help us put this generation on the right path, right? We are more than willing, we are more than welcoming your knowledge, your experience, because we need to learn. And your input. Because we need to learn. We want to make sure that when we go to these kids and we start to explain cultural and folk moves, we have the right information that goes with it. You understand? Because it's important that they know why the Mariku is important, what the brushback is for, what the wheel and jig is. It's very important that they know where it came from. So we cannot do this alone. I know that we are looked as the flashy boys and them that we just go out and dance or do we think, but we have so much respect for our cultural art form. We have so much respect for it. All we want is to make sure that it is displayed properly and it is brought across properly. So anybody, any older heads, anybody that has a wealth of knowledge that they wish to partner with us, with this, right? Also, we will be trying to get funding because we want to make sure that we get a proper camera crew that will be recording and documenting this.
Yes.
Because when it goes up on social media, it must look hot. It must look fresh. It must
I
pop.
like that.
You understand? It's young people.
So y'all are able to quote unquote compete in international spaces with the quality of video.
Correct.
I love that.
Correct. So the video, even though the video is Tobago, the video will not just be for Tobago. It'll be for the world.
People mustn't look at it and say, oh, there's where them is some third world.
Some small country.
No. They mustn't be able to say that. That's what you're saying. I love that.
Correct. And that is one of our main driving forces. And coming out of those two initiatives, one of our biggest projects coming out, we believe that we need to create a realm for the young people to actually display what they are learning, right? So teaching them the folk and teaching them the dance is one part, but where would they be able to use it? So we are hoping that with next year for Heritage Festival, we could be able to include some of these young men in space. Side have so much eager and willing young men, put them on stages, because when you do that, the attendance for the shows will go up.
Yes.
The morale and everything with the students, they will feel better about themselves knowing that they would have contributed to part of history.
Yes.
So I would like to at least try to create a competition for them. I know Compre Best Dance Crew was one. I want to create a way that they could compete, that they could challenge themselves, that they could engage in friendly combat.
Yes.
You know,
I know the operative word, the adjective, friendly combat. Right? So we're not breaking the bones, right?
I'm just playing with it, but part of dancing is competing. You need to push yourself, and Tobago needs more dance competitions with more allowing prizes. So if we do get you with sponsorships, I'm hoping that the divisions, whether it's community development, tourism, education, could provide some kind of sponsorship. I will be going to drop off a proposal before the 26th of November.
Right.
So you all be a lookout for that. If that does happen, we are hoping to pull in these kids with very alluring prizes.
Yes.
Not no $500, not no $1,000. I can provide that, and I'm willing to provide that. But we need help. I can't do this alone. Emperors can't do this alone. And this will benefit Tobago in so much ways, getting these young people behind something this positive.
Venerick, I just want to put out there on your behalf, on behalf of Emperors, please, if you're looking at this program and you're thinking that, you want to be able to help and give back to your community anyway, Emperors is putting out a request for funding, sponsorship, support, and they are requesting intergenerational input and talent, right? These are the youth of Tobago, and the Emperors are saying, listen, we don't want to be us alone. We want intergenerational. We want the older persons who know more about this thing than we do to come help and, put in their 2 cents. So when you hear about, the young people, they don't want us there. Venerick is saying, no, not us.
We need you all.
Come through.
Yes, we need you all. The generation from before that would have given up dancing because according to the twang, me need no good again. Me need gone through. According to
they have all the sapping.
Yeah, they're sapping with hot water. When the morning come. Right?
Yeah, so, taking a seabath to make sure. Giving it a,
we need you because if we don't step forward, if we don't do something, the years of tradition that was being upheld,
they'll be lost.
It'll be lost. Our forefathers would have.
Listen, guys, Venerick doesn't want that. Emperors doesn't want that. Give them your number before we go to break. Thank you for being with us today. Give them your number.
Once again, 3912916 or look M-PROS on any social media, inbox us. We are willing and waiting for your response.
Yeah, I know some of the older persons, the social media, they're like, what? Insta who? Call the number, right? No excuse. Call the number and get on to him. So we're heading into a break right now. I want to thank you for tuning in with us, sticking with us, and thank you, Venerick, for coming to talk to us about this education program. And we wish you all the best with your dance movement, because men need to move too, right?
Yes.
And we're heading into that trivia question, the Tobago trivia question. 1961 to 1964, the Scarborough Secondary School was called by what name? 1961 to 1964, the Scarborough Secondary School was called by what name? And if you type it into the Googler and it does not give you a response, go and ask a friend, right? Go and ask a neighbor, call an old girl and an old boy and ask them. They will know, right? I want an answer today. Okay, guys, so we're going on a break. See you in a few minutes.
MI4 Security Services Company is the most advanced security service in Tobago. Ask about our cash and transit service. It's safe, risk-free, reliable, and timely. We provide safe banking delivery for all business types and sizes with highly trained staff, 24/7 monitoring, coordinated emergency response, and a well-maintained fleet of armored vehicles. Contact us at 660-7723 or visit our website at www.mi4securitytt.com to sign up today.
Standard, and today we're launching High. It's our newest brand that Standard is launching, and it's where luxury meets affordability. We're very proud of this brand. It's taken some time to get the right collection in place, and we're also going to continue to improve on our collection as time goes by and we listen to our customers more. We've changed our suppliers for this collection to European suppliers, so you're going to get that European finish. We've been very pleased by some of the results that we've been seeing in terms and response to it in the market, and we're so glad to bring it to Tobago and show Tobago what Standard could, grow with them as well.
It's not just about looking good or having materials that are easily cleaned or sustainable materials, because the important thing about this particular collection is that it is quality. It is meant to last, and it lives up to the standard name about never beating on quality and price. This furniture particularly, especially our outdoor line, which ranges from fiberglass, plastic types of outdoor stools, outdoor chairs, even the outdoor furniture, it is built to last.
That's the importance with High, right? It's not only looking good, it's going to feature things that make your life easier, and it's not too damaging on your pocket. That's important for us.
This furniture fits the lifestyle of Tobago, of the Tobago customer, of the Tobago guest. It is the perfect type of furniture for you.
Good morning and welcome back to Brunch. I am Jewel Green and I'm holding on for J Soul. She'll be back with us tomorrow, Friday, right? The start of the weekend, but just my secret. Thursday's your new Friday, right? Okay. So we're starting the weekend today, right? But J Soul will be back with us tomorrow, which is Friday. You can expect to see her beautiful smiling face here tomorrow. But with us today, we have a special guest, and he's here to talk to us about a very important resource, especially to Tobago, more so than Tobago than Trinidad, because of the marine reef, right? Mm-hmm. We're talking about the reef as well as the marine life. And we have with us here, this is the Barry Lovelace.
Barry Lovelace.
And you are?
Well, I'm currently the Marine Park Manager associated with the Department of Marine Resources and Fisheries.
Marine Resources and Fisheries in the THA. So if you did not know before, the THA has a department that deals with the marine resources and fisheries, right? Just want to make sure you keep note of that. Yes. And if you have any questions that pertain to that, make sure you contact Barry Lovelace, and he's going to give you all the information that you need. But with us today, right, this conversation we're going to have today is really going to be dealing with some of the important issues that are facing the reef and the marine life around Tobago. Tell us about your work with the department that you're in, the Marine Resources and Fisheries. How did you get started in this?
Well, that's a loaded question. Well, first let me say good afternoon?
Well, I think so, yeah.
Near
Almost.
afternoon. Good afternoon to the listeners.
Yes.
How did I get started? Well, I'll try to put it in bullet points.
Yes.
Right? Originally, I would have had interest in doing medicine. I went to at that time, Caribbean Union College.
Yes.
Right? But during my latter years on that stream, right, one of the professors took us on a course. It was marine biology and marine zoology. Now, the taught part was in Trinidad, and the practical part was in Tobago. We spent 1 week on the western side and another week on the eastern side looking at all things marine. And I was so blown away by what I experienced. I was like, this is where I live. Yeah, this is having not been so exposed before.
Yes.
Right? I went back, and it was always to the back of my mind. But after I left college, and I went teaching, taught at Bishops for a little while, and then an opportunity came to do natural resource management at Cave Hill UWI. So I said, you know what? Let me look into that, and
Barry,
never turn back.
I'm so every time you speak, I'm so blown away. I'll tell you why, guys. Everything Barry did, I did.
Oh, really?
I started to do a degree in biology at CUC. Right? Yeah, because I was going into medicine. You know the old people there. It's only a few professions, right?
But I'm lawyer.
So they told me, Jewel, you're going to be a doctor. So I headed down there, right? And I was doing my degree in biology. Yes, only to realize halfway through, I didn't want to be a doctor. And I headed into psychology, and guess where I went? Cave Hill.
Cave Hill?
Yes.
Well, we probably should
So
exchange notes a little bit.
we know both campuses, right? Yeah. So I identify with you in terms of a shift, a pivoting from your passion, where you probably were directed, and then you realize this is where I really want to be.
And then career-wise now, after I'd have taught and so on, when I came back from that study, I started working at the Book Reef Trust.
Right.
And I would have spent 10 years there. Right. And while I was there, that's where I was really immersed in terms of marine science, and
your passion,
it was wonderful.
For that.
Yes. I served there in many different capacities. Did as a marine biologist, as a communications person for the organization, and so on. I did a lot of education while I was there too, dealing with from university right down to preschool, having to interpret the information.
It's so important what you're saying, Barry, because we need more persons in our local space to get into these types of areas and studies, right? Because we understand how important the reef is to us, right? And if we have more, don't wait for marine biologists to come from overseas to tell you the reef bleaching, right? Don't wait for them to come and say, don't kill out all the parrotfish because they're turning the reef into sand. They're the reason we have coral reef and the sand and all of that, right? Don't wait for that. You have Barry here, right? Head into those studies. You don't only have to be doctors and lawyers.
I'd want to encourage persons. And as you say that, while I was there, we have this program, Season and Science, right? It was started way back in 2002. Right? I would have been a part of that program up till 2010. Every year we'd have had it.
Yes.
And I think it turned out quite a few persons oriented some young minds towards that marine, not just marine, but environmental professions. I see a lot of them now, professionals in their various,
That is so fantastic. We really, really need our local people.
And the last bullet point on that, after that 10-year stint, I would have gone over now to Environment Tobago.
Right.
And did 8 years there. Well, of course, if you know Environment Tobago, they are more terrestrial and mangrove and so on. So I could have covered the whole, I did marine and terrestrial. of my 20-year career.
Yes,
you know,
wow.
you know,
Yes.
so that's my story in a nutshell as to how I got into the space.
So I'm
of
hearing
marine.
that you have some deep roots and passion and love for the environment.
My whole the better part of my life has been dedicated. I call myself the NGO Jesus. I have sacrificed my life for the non-governmental.
He said his only son, he named Barry. I like that one. Barry, listen, tell us about this, this idea about the reef. Talk to us about what public perception is about the reef.
Right.
And what's really happening with the reef, right? Because a lot of people think, the reef is this play area, right? We just go in and splash about without care for. Tell us what's happening.
The thing about it, most people would be familiar with Buko Reef. It's famous, the famous Buko Reef. And of course, rightly so. It's a special place. I mean, it's the largest system of that kind in the nation, in Trinidad. In fact, I would dare say in the Caribbean. It's the best example in the Caribbean where you have, well, the term they use is a contiguous related ecosystems.
Really?
Right? Where you have, on the landward side, you have the mangrove wetlands.
Right.
Running straight into the seagrass ecosystem.
Yes.
And further out to sea, you now have the reef system.
Yes, with the corals, right.
In Tobago, right, it's large and accessible. You don't normally find those two combinations in other places where the reef is that large and that accessible.
Yes, being able to actually go and
you could walk out. You could actually walk out from Pigeon Point or wherever,
I went on a boat ride once, Barry, and somebody on the boat got vexed. And they cut off the boat and walked in. I was like, I say, he gonna drown. And my man,
no, it's a nice area there. And
he just walked right up, and the water never got higher past,
and
a certain point.
And it's for that reason you have features such as the Nylon Pool, where persons could come out and bathe in the middle of the ocean. Quite a unique experience and so. And of course, it being a reef, reefs are habitat to many species. The biodiversity is enormous compared to. It's comparable to the rainforest. In fact, there are debates as to which is more among scientists, which has more biodiversity. Right? So we have that.
Yes.
And the special thing about Tobago, we have both. We have forests and we have two of the most biodiverse ecosystems on the planet. We have a piece of both. Right?
And the wonderful thing about what you said is that is one of the unique qualities that make Trinidad and Tobago unique. Tobago brings its own uniqueness to the union, and that is so fantastic. So, listen, we're going on a break, Barry.
Already?
I have plenty things to ask you. Plenty. We're coming back, Barry.
We ain't even past the introduction yet.
We have plenty things to talk about. We're coming back, Barry. Listen, guys, we're going on a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to be speaking to Mr. Barry Lovelace from the Marine Resources and Fisheries Department of the THA. He's going to be talking to us about some important consultations that are coming up. Please stay tuned with us. We'll be back in a few.
Tobago Glass Supplies has been a leading name for over 37 years in the glass and aluminum market in Tobago. We provide an extensive range of high-quality, innovative aluminum and glass products for commercial and residential use. Competitive prices with superior and professional services by committed employees who are guided by rigid quality standards. Tobago Glass Supplies specializes in the manufacture and installation of glass and aluminum products that are essential to today's homeowners and the business environment. We are engaged in marketing, sales, and installation of a variety of products. These ranges from windows and doors to necessities such as mirrors for homes and vehicles, designed and manufactured in-house or imported.
us, all those across Trinidad and Tobago and across the Caribbean. We're speaking here with Mr. Barry Lovelace from the Marine Resources and Fisheries Department at the THA, and he is talking to us today about the do's and don'ts of the Marine Park. Listen, Barry and I are having such a good time, right? During the break, we were talking about CUC and all sorts of fantastic things.
Notes.
You know, but Barry isn't here for us to lime today, right? Barry and us, we're going to lime another time.
Yeah, I had a plan of lime.
And we're going to lime another time, but he's here to talk to us about the reef. Barry, tell us, before we went to break, you were talking to us about some of the other reefs.
Right, yes, I was making a big splash about Buku Reef.
Yes, tell us.
But the thing is, I want to make the point before we move on from that point, that yes, though Buku Reef is as special and as unique as it is, there are other reefs around Tobago.
Yes.
Second most people might know Speyside, and then Charlottesville. And so, but all on the eastern, on that coast, the Caribbean side, right?
So what, like
Annas Vale, Culloden, all that side.
Right,
reefs. They're scattered all along that coast.
But they're not accessible.
They're fairly accessible, by diving and so on. But and we even have reef on the Atlantic side. But you see, those on the Atlantic side are less known. It's deeper. It's rougher. Yes, but
so
but
when
less
we say Atlantic side, that's like Lambo side, all of that.
Yeah, Mount St. George,
right.
that that coast, Roxburgh, that coastline there, right? So we have reefs there too.
Yeah.
Right?
Barry, before they tell me I had to come off,
yeah.
Tell us about these do's and don'ts of the
so
marine
the do's and don'ts.
reef.
So in that respect, I want to jump to talking about the user policy. I work with it just to make sure, if I need to a little backup. Right? The Buku Reef Marine Park user policy.
Right.
Now, that has some history, but I won't go into that much. Right? More than to say that this policy was accepted and approved by the Executive Council of the THA back in 2016.
Right, so this is an old document.
Yeah, the former administration. Right? The background or the foundation upon which this policy stands is the main law that would have been enacted in 1973.
Right.
It's called the Marine Areas Enhancement and Preservation Act of 1973.
Okay.
Basically what it says, that nobody, in layman terms, nobody not supposed to remove anything from the reef, nor set foot on the reef, except they have permission of the minister or from somebody who he would have designated with that
his
authority.
Yes.
Right? Now later on, 1990, we'd have the THA Act 40. Right? And on that now we have the 5th schedule, which names marine areas as part of the jurisdiction under the control of the Tobago House of Assembly.
Yes.
Right? So presently, right, that authority has now been conferred to the Division of Food Security, Marine Resources, Environment and Sustainable Development.
Right.
I have to breathe.
We need a drink of wine after that. We need to wet the throat.
You have to breathe every time you see that. And of course, and the Fisheries Department is under that. And now we have the Marine Areas Unit, which is on...
Which secretary this is under?
That is Miss the Honorable Natisha Panton.
Right.
Right? So she has a large portfolio.
Yeah, this is a lot.
So sometimes, and that's the thing, so sometimes these issues may tend to get lost, in the whole, there's agriculture to see about and this and that.
Fisheries and everything.
So sometimes it tend to get lost. Right? So that's the Department of Marine Resources and Fisheries is now the authoritative custodian of that law, that legally protected area.
Right.
The only legally protected marine space in the country.
Right.
So we have that responsibility. And so
imagine we have the marine, which is the reef, which is a protected area, and the rainforest, which is a protected area in Tobago.
The two very biodiverse systems. And so that would have been, the law would have been in 73.
Right.
Then later on, the IMA, the Institute of Marine Affairs, would have developed a management plan. That is in 1995.
Right.
A management plan for the area. But nothing happened. It just was on paper. The management, the recommendations and so on. Right? So it's on that background that this document was formulated and approved by the 2016 Executive Council. Again, still on paper.
Yes.
It wasn't until 2020. And of course, 2020, we had lockdowns and so on going on.
Yeah,
in fact,
COVID.
during that period, there was the closure to the reef. Operations on the reef was closed.
Everything closed.
Right. So the department...
You couldn't even go KFC.
Exactly. So the department at that time saw the opportunity to actualize the user policy and put infrastructure in place, a permit system, right? And so that was done, all right? And so we'd have communicated with the operators. It was a phased approach, and still is. That is still the strategy, to have a phased approach, right? Whereby they would have begun with the boat operators, and they would have registered. They got corporation, and they would have registered. Now the registration process, I mean, it has several layers to it. The boat have to be, worthy.
Yes.
So the maritime services will go and do that passport, similar to our licensing office we do for cars and so on. So that's their role. The persons operating the boat have to be qualified. They have to have the captain license. The crew has to be qualified, and so on, and these kind of things. They have to have insurance. So once they have meet all these criteria, the department now issues a permit to say, well, yes, we could allow you to operate inside the boundaries for which we are custodian.
Right, because they would have been educated about the do's and don'ts that you're going to tell us now. Exactly.
No, but remember, the Buku Reef, for all those reasons we just pointed out, is a tourism attraction.
Yes.
And especially local tourism, or Trinidad's coming up, like the main thing, and so first thing is to visit the reef and so on. So there's that. So we have tourism objectives to meet, but we also have conservation objectives. We cannot deplete the ecological character of the same thing that we enjoy.
Yes.
On top of that, in 2005, this is on a global scale now.
Yes.
That area was designated as a Ramsar site under the Wetland Convention.
What is that? What's Ramsar?
Well, Ramsar is a wetland.
I don't know
you have
anybody know Ramsar?
It's like somebody
we don't know him.
Right? But it's a convention that happened in Iran. Ramsar is the capital in Iran.
Okay.
So the convention would have happened there some years ago, and they had this treaty, right, that nations will now sign on to take care of, if they have
marine areas,
resources of that sort of international noteworthiness and importance.
Right.
They sign on and commit to doing certain things to conserving the ecological character of that area on behalf of the world.
Right.
So Trinidad and Tobago, we signed on to the Ramsar Convention in 2005, saying that we will take care of the wetlands. Well, being the reef. Now the reef is a wetland, huh? Right? That's another story. But you'll invite me back, right?
Of course.
Right.
And then we'll have wine, Barry.
Yes, man. or brunch.
Yes. I love it.
Right? So it's that important.
Yes, very much so.
And so we have to balance those two objectives, the tourism, and be big in tourism. Well, that's where we're tending to go now. And I even want to use this platform to appeal to the Executive Council to meet and have a discussion in terms of where we want to go, in terms of the use of the Buku Reef Marine Park. How it is we want, how are we going to balance it? Right, with the tourism objectives, with the conservation objectives. I think all the operators on the reef agree to that, because they themselves see that it cannot be a free-for-all situation out there where everybody just jump in and deplete the resource.
Coming from.
Right?
And there was an interview done with I think he's the president, I hope I said it right, he's the president of the Boat Owners Association,
Frankie. Yes, that's Frankie.
Yeah.
Frankie, yes. I saw that, yes. And he spoke some things, and I agree with much of what he said.
I heard a lot of sense coming from him, and he was talking about, the fact that, the reef isn't as much of an attraction as it used to be, meaning people not really that interested in going to it or seeing it as much. And that in my mind is helpful, right? Let them go somewhere else, because the reef needs rehabilitation now.
The caveat to that, because what we see happening or the trending now is to just have parties, want to have parties on the reef.
On the Island pool. They want to party there. And
is that what we really want? That's the question.
But
how much of that can the reef really sustain?
What about the Island pool? Is that where the reef is as well? Is the Island
well,
pool?
that's part of the whole complex. But
right.
that night where the Island pool is called a lagoon aspect part of it. You don't have corals there per se, it's more sand.
Yeah.
And now it's been kind of taken over with seagrass and so on. So the nice space.
I've seen the seagrass.
Right, it's been getting smaller and smaller, even as our next discussion too.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's a complex. In fact, one of the authorities he termed it the Buku Reef, the Buku Reef complex. Because there are so many systems to consider within that
Barry,
small
they're telling
space.
me I have to go.
Oh my. Well, certainly, I mean, we have to come back. But before I go, I just want to put it out there that right now the department, right?
Yes.
The Marine Areas Unit, the Department of Marine Resources and Fisheries, the Division of Food Security.
Yes.
We are at present doing, preparatory work, right, to have consultations where we're hoping early next year with different stakeholders.
When you say early, probably first quarter?
Yes, first quarter next year. Early, from January, I would want, January, right, to start that. But the different users of the reef tour, the boat operators, even the vendors who think they have them and have a discussion, because that's a big problem there now. Person's describing it as a shanty town where everybody feel they could go up and just put up a tent,
right,
and to galvanize and sell food, and they don't have facilities there for that.
Yes.
So even the stakeholders within the THA, the Department of Health, the law enforcement stakeholders, the police, Coast Guard, and so on. We've already started having discussions, but more of it in a structured way, and make some sense to how we want to manage that space.
Barry, leave a number for them, please, because I know people heard this interview and they're going to say, oh gosh, I want more information. Leave a number with them so they could contact you.
I'm tempted to leave my personal number, but I'll resist that temptation. I'll leave the
he's a friendly guy.
the department number, right? 639-4354, right? 435
again.
639-4354.
Yeah. Listen, guys, call that number for more information. There's going to be public consultations early next year in the first quarter of 2024, and they're going to be talking to stakeholders. They're going to be asking stakeholders to come. And remember, stakeholders are you and me, right? We are all stakeholders in this marine environment, making sure that while we enjoy it, we conserve it. And that's what Barry is here. Mr. Lovelace is here talking about with us today. And we want to thank you for sticking with us. We want to thank those who are environmentally minded. Please keep your brothers and sisters, your neighbors in check. We want to make sure we have a wonderful tomorrow for our children, right? For the next generation. It starts with us. It starts with conservation. Call that number and you're going to be getting some more information about these stakeholder consultations that are going to be happening 2024, early 2024, and they are going to be discussing the use and do's and don'ts and what should be happening, what is happening, what isn't happening with the reef. Barry, where can we see this policy? If somebody wanted to get, where can we see this?
Yeah, you can call and request a policy, a
copy and then collect it.
Yes.
Call the number if you want
and that will be
policy.
part. And mind you,
you
as a media, the media is a major stakeholder in terms of getting the information out there.
Exactly.
Yes. So, I mean, it's been such a pleasure being here.
Yes,
I don't mind coming back sometime soon, right?
Same here.
So
guys,
I'm getting the word out.
We're going on a quick break. Thank you, Mr. Lovelace, for being here. And he is from the Marine Resources and Fisheries Department in the THA. And he was here to tell us about the do's and don'ts of the marine area. And there's a policy, public use policy. Call the number he gave. Rewind, right? And you're going to get the number, call it and get that policy in hand so you can attend that public consultation with some knowledge and you won't just be asking redundant questions, right? Not that we don't want redundant questions, but just saying come forearmed, right? Get the policy in hand, read it, and have some information. We're heading into our Tobago trivia question. Again, that question is 1961 to 1964. The Scarborough Secondary School was called by what name? Again, that question is 1961 to 1964, the Scarborough Secondary School was called by what name? Go in the Googler, type that in, come back with an answer for us people, and if the Googler doesn't give you that answer, go and ask a neighbor, ask a friend, ask a cousin, ask somebody and give us an answer today. You all give us no answer yesterday, right? And that was Raymond Lacroix. He was the first man to swim between Tobago and Trinidad. But we want to know between 1961 and 64, what was the name of Scarborough Secondary School during that time? We're going on a quick break. Go and find the answer and come back for us.
Rotisserie, mouth-watering fries, salads, combos, and specials galore. Feeling for something to eat? Come and see. Our rotisserie is seasoned to the T. Kicking chicken, masala, and jerk roast. Crispy fries made from scratch. Who do you know can beat that? Or salads freshly cut and packed. When you taste it, you'll be wanting to come back. So come check us out on number 2 Robinson Street, Uptown Scarborough, Tobago. We open on Saturday nights from 7:30 to 11:30 p.m. Monday to Thursday, we're open from 10 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. and on Friday, 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us at 772-7443 and all social media handles at The Rotisserie Factory.
But this place so boring enough. We don't even do nothing. Let me go somewhere now.
I really want some new things, yes? Then look no further. Portmore is the place for you.
Oh, really?
Yes, you can have anything that your heart desires. Take a look for yourselves. A world of endless opportunities. Feeling hungry? Go get something to eat. Books and stationeries, games, and much more. Portmore, the island's beat.
Mamai Lakai Home Services. We specialize in cleaning of carpets and rugs, mattresses, living room and dining room sets, vehicle detailing, cleaning and sanitizing of homes and commercial spaces. We also do landscaping and tree cutting, pressure and power washing, floor care, fumigating and air purifying. You can also call us for professional painting services, babysitting and adult sitting. Call us now 333-4430 at Mamai Lakai Home Services. We take cleaning to another level. The best place to stay in Tobago is at Thorn's Place, with rates starting as low as 200 TT. Call or WhatsApp 745-7306 or 682-8676. We are located uptown Scarborough, 5 minutes away from the port. Remember, at Thorn's Place, our aim is to make your stay safe and affordable.
Good morning. Put a smile on your
It's a different type of thing down there. Man, we party till we drop down there. With a lot of pretty girls down there. Down in Tobago.
this place so boring, enough. We don't even do nothing. Let me go.
Inner Health, number 13B, Portmore, Scarborough, Tobago. With over 25 years experience, offering services in and not limited to microscopic blood analysis, reflexology, and the sale of a wide range of organic herbal products used to supplement thyroid, lymphatic, heart, kidney, and brain health, and the male and female reproductive systems. Come and chat with us. Remember, your health is your wealth.
Trinidad and Tobago, the wider Caribbean, all our viewers, you all have been sticking with us today on Brunch, having a good time, relaxing in your homes, in your comfort zones, and we thank you for being with us here today. We are here with the lovely, with the amazing, with the delicious Anne-Marie Arthur, right? She has got some treats here today, I tell you. I'm intending to have a good Thursday.
Believe you.
Anne-Marie is a renowned chef, and let me tell you, it looks like she's a phenomenal baker as well. She has brought some treats for us today. But before we get into the treats, right, because we may just forget we're on TV and enjoy ourselves. Before we get into these amazing treats she has set out here, let's talk to Anne-Marie a bit. Anne-Marie, welcome to Brunch.
Thank you for having me here.
Yes, it's lovely to have you. And we want to talk to you today. I want you to tell the viewers about your path to becoming a chef, a renowned chef, starting at Scarborough
Secondary, and
right?
then to Signal Hill Senior Secondary School.
Right. So tell us
complete.
about that. You graduating and heading into the other school.
Well, I attended the Scarborough Secondary School and went to Signal Hill Senior Comprehensive at the time, 1976, and graduated in 1978. I was always passionate about food, about cooking, right? Mom and dad, they cooked well. So I decided, look, Mommy wanted me to be a nurse. I didn't want to be that. Right? And I stuck with cooking. In 1989, I migrated to Canada to further my studies, and here I am today.
Yes. Listen, guys, women, men, parents out there, don't discourage your children from their passions, right? We come to this space with passions, and they're here because we have talents, and we had a talent for cooking. And it's something she really loved and enjoyed. And that's one of the ways you can identify where your talents lie, what your passion is about, right?
I'm very passionate about cooking.
Yes. Listen, I'm so happy she's here today. I can't tell you. I can't stop smiling. Anne-Marie, tell us about this business that you created. What did you, after you finished your studies in Canada, what led you to start a business?
Seeing that I'm passionate about cooking, First, I worked with CIBC head office, right? That's in Toronto. That's Visa.
Right.
And
CIBC, what is that?
The Canadian Imperial Bank of Canada.
Okay.
I was working at the head office as a dispute analyst for 16 and a half years. And I did the catering part-time. I had a restaurant in Toronto called the Conch Shell, which I eventually closed because banking wasn't my cup of tea, right? And I decided, you know what? I started making lunches and breakfasts and pastries and taking into the bank. And one day
your co-workers must have loved you.
Yes. And I said to myself, you know what? I'm making more money doing the catering and getting the abuse and the stress from the card holders.
Yes.
One day I went into the bank and went to HR and just gave them back their security pass and continued with my catering on the side doing it from my house in Toronto.
I love your courage.
And, I have no regrets.
Yes, I love your courage. Listen, guys, you heard that? She had a passion, and she went into banking and finance. And Maria, I used to work offshore. This is in Barbados, doing offshore companies, right?
Okay.
I used to do the accounts there. And let me tell you, that accounting world, it's a lot. It takes a lot out of you.
A lot of you. Yeah.
It takes a lot out of you. So I commend you for being able, even after that, to go and cook, right? Because let me tell you, that's long hours.
Yes. And my kids, my both daughters, Chanel and Stacia, they were very young.
Yes.
And they would be in the kitchen and they would be helping me with all the catering jobs. My first home that I purchased in Toronto was by catering.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Inspirational and delicious. Inspirational, I tell you. You know, going into business is a scary thing. It's not always you need some nerves of steel. And I always tell, we as women, we are sometimes cultured to be perfect, and men are cultured to be brave. So sometimes it's a hard thing for us to, it's not that we don't have it, but sometimes it's hard, right? Because society is telling you, do the secure things, stay in a good job and do all these things. You have pension and insurance and health. I mean, listen, but you have to follow your passions. Women out there, do it scared. Do it without support, because sometimes you don't always have support.
No, you don't.
Do it without support. The way will open for you. Anne-Marie, tell them, give them an insight into what you did and how you did it in terms of going from that security of having being employed by someone else to now being your own employer, being your own boss, being autonomous. Tell us about that journey.
Okay, first, I must say it was a bit scary, having 2 young daughters, a single parent, right? A little bit of support from the dad. And I was always a go-getter, right? And I would make my stuff without even advertising it.
Yes.
After I finish baking and cooking, I get on the phone. I say, here, what, guys, I have XYZ on sale, and it's never enough. It don't ever be sold out. And I say, you know what?
Yeah.
The kind of person that I am, I'm a go-getter, I'm a hard worker, and I believe in taking chances.
Yes.
Right? And because of my personality, you find that people sort of gravitate to me. If I call and say, look, Mrs. Alexander, I have fruit cakes on sale. All she would say, how much you want?
Yes.
Or she said, drop me 1 or drop me 2.
Yes.
Right? And she's one of the persons, she was my teacher at high school at Signal Hill Senior Comprehensive. She was very supportive up until today. She's still supportive.
Yes.
She buys her meals every Friday at my place, which is located at the Food Hub, booth number 60.
Food Hub, booth
at the
number
show park,
16.
yes, booth number 60, 60.
60, and this is Anne-Marie Arthur. So, and every Friday you do stuff there.
I do there Thursday, Friday, and Saturdays.
So go, listen, today's Thursday, so she's going to be there today,
No, I'm going to be there because of the interview today.
Okay, so
and I have
check
two
her
other
tomorrow.
interviews to do today.
Check her tomorrow and Saturday, you said, right?
Yes.
But next week, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, Food Hub number 60, you can get Anne-Marie Arthur. Oh my gosh, that table looks so delicious.
That table is what I did for the press conference for the Tobago Jazz Experience 2023.
Right.
With Boys to Men.
Anne-Marie, how nobody didn't invite me? I didn't get none of that.
That was the press conference.
But I didn't get none of that.
And those are some of my local candies that I make.
Ooh.
But I mold my
What's that flower
stuff.
thing there? What's that flower?
That's a rose. That's the bene.
Okay.
And the guava
Wait,
cheese.
you did a flower out of the
bene and
so
the
not a
guava
bene
cheese.
ball, a bene flower. That's what you
bene
did.
rose.
Ooh. And what's in the little containers?
We have guava cheese.
Oh.
It's molded in roses and hats.
I could see me easily moving from my current address of my current size to yeah, I'll gobble those up. Let me tell you.
And then you have the lime balls. They're all local candies, and you have the fudge.
What I love about what you're doing is the variation in presentation.
Yes.
Right? So you're doing flowers with the benna instead of just simply the benna ball.
Yes.
And listen, we're not knocking the local entrepreneurs who are making the benna balls and benna stick. All I'm saying is that kudos to you, Miss Arthur, for your innovation in your presentation.
I always like
we
to
eat
be
with
different.
our eyes first.
Yes.
Very true.
Yes. So instead of dropping and cutting, I decide to mold my local candies.
Yes. Yeah. That's so fantastic. So this business you have started, how long have you been in this business?
42 years.
That is some experience under your belt.
Yes.
Well, by your age, your experience, we go by
Yes.
experience because let me tell you, that is something you can't beat with a stick.
Yeah.
That's 42 years of being an entrepreneur.
Yes.
Both
I
in Canada and here.
I started right after high school.
Yes.
I worked at Signal Hill Senior Comprehensive right after high school, about 10 and a half years in the home economics department.
Would you trade that journey into entrepreneurship to do something else today?
No. That's my passion.
That's
my passion. That's it.
You see, this is what we're talking about. Single-mindedness of passion. You just, this is it.
Yeah, I'm very, very passionate about the culinary arts.
Yes. So tell me, with that passion, where do you see, in terms of Tobago, and not just Tobago, but in terms of the entire Caribbean, because we have the tourism industry, and it's very much geared towards, food and gastronomy, right? When we talk about, oh my gosh, what is, look at
Those
this.
are kebabs.
What's on this stick?
Chicken, bell peppers, carrots.
My mouth is watering right now.
It says enjoy.
My eyes are enjoying it. It's a party.
Yeah.
Tell us what would you think is your perspective in terms of what's happening with our food industry, and not just fast food but our gastronomy, right? Where do you see that in terms of where should it be going? Where should we be heading in terms of our gastronomy? And perhaps even THTI, because they do that up there. Yes. Tell us about this.
I think they're supposed to be heading towards that international level, right? I know it's going to take a lot. It's going to take time, but we need to focus more on that level.
Yes.
Because, for example, for the jazz experience, they were looking for someone, a chef at an international level, because Boyz II Men coming in from the States.
Yes.
And the only one they could have thought of at the time that was available was me.
Yes.
I was happy for the opportunity. The experience was great.
Yes.
But there are a lot of improvement that has to be made in terms of the food industry in Tobago.
And improvements in what way? Is it that what's available for you to use to be able to cook?
The availability of
it?
a lot of ingredients, one. The quality of the food.
Right.
Right? We need to step up the game a bit.
So you mean in terms of what's being put out?
Put out, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's one. And a lot of ingredients you don't get here, but I go to Toronto all the time.
Right.
Sometimes like every 2 months, for example. I was there recently. I'll be back there by the end of the month, because I cannot get certain ingredients here in Trinidad and Tobago.
Right.
To produce, some of my work, like these boxes that I have here that I serve my wines in.
Yes.
I can't get those here.
This one.
Sometimes I need the simple bell peppers.
Yeah.
There's no bell peppers on the island.
Really?
Yeah.
So what about the agri-society? The agri-society, is it that you can access stuff from local farmers instead of just probably going? I don't know. I'm just asking. So
you don't have bell peppers, the orange, the yellow, the red.
Yeah.
They have sweet peppers, the green ones.
I see what you're saying.
Yes.
I see what you're saying.
Believe in color.
For that, yes.
Yes.
Oh,
well, you see some of my work.
Yes. Very, very, how to put, colorful.
Colorful. It's supposed to jump out at you.
Yeah, and that is how we are in the Caribbean. We're colorful people.
Yes.
So our food should be able to reflect that as well, right?
And taste. Yeah.
Well, we have good seasoning. I know. Ooh, I like it.
That's wings.
Yeah, my stomach is growling right now. all our viewers out there, you're looking. Check Miss Anne-Marie Arthur, booth number 60 in the Food Hub right there in Shore Park. every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. She's not there today, guys, but check her tomorrow and Saturday. What number? Give them a number.
My phone number, the local number is 268-8412. And I have a WhatsApp number, which is my international number. It's 1-647-512-6842.
Listen, Miss Anne-Marie, I'm so happy that you're here. Before we tell me what we could sample, because I want to sample one thing. I don't want to be greedy in front of the cameras, right? We are gonna dig in when y'all go. Tell us what here we can sample.
What I have here this morning is a double chocolate chip cookie.
Y'all are seeing this?
And you have the orange cranberry biscuit, which is an Italian cookie that is served with tea or coffee.
Right.
And they're a bit warm still. They were just made.
I'm feeling the warmth.
Yes. And here
wait, am I? This is good? Oh, very nice. Very nice.
You have some of the cookies that are plain, and you have some dipped in glaze.
Right. So can I try any of? So this is the chocolate one.
That's just plain chocolate, double chip chocolate
and this
cookie.
Is which one?
And these are the biscuit.
So this one
with
is
cranberry, orange, and orange and
this
cranberry.
One is the same thing.
The same thing, but this one is plain, no orange glaze in it. This one has an orange glaze.
Okay, so I'm gonna try this one with the glaze on it. So it's it's together.
You can separate it.
Okay, so
I bought enough that the staff should have.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave something for y'all. I'm gonna leave something for y'all. I'm not that greedy. We're just gonna taste this one. This looks so little.
Should try the other end with the glaze.
The crunch.
Yes.
The crunch. This is for tea or coffee. I can see that.
It's an Italian cookie.
Listen,
or biscuit that is served
I love a lemongrass tea, right?
That will go well with it.
Or yes, or a bacano tea. And I know plenty of people don't like, but I like I get a bacano leaf from outside and I make a whole pot, right?
A whole pot.
I'm gonna take some of this. Yours, I'll leave something for the others. But this here, pretty good, pretty good. The crunch.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of y'all out there, you love to dunk, right? When you're drinking your tea or coffee, you like to take a dip with your biscuits. This is going to stand up to that liquid. So when you dip it in your tea or your coffee, right? And you bite into it, it isn't going to be soggy.
No, it won't.
We're going to get back to this.
Then you have the traditional fruit cake. People call it black cake or Christmas cake. That one is the guava cheese.
This is the flour guava cheese.
The rose.
That she had on camera earlier.
And it's a chili.
And this is guava cheese too?
Yes, it just mold differently.
Another flower pattern. It feels solid.
It is.
You intending to send people to get a fresh new wardrobe. What is this?
That's a traditional fruit cake. You call it Christmas cake or black cake.
Okay, so guys, this is the traditional fruit cake. And she gave us an extra serving of alcohol in this. I don't know if you could see it right here. Yeah, there's a tube here with some alcohol in it. So if you didn't get enough in the fruit cake, I love it. It feels it feels solid. Tell us about this here.
Here I have a mango honey mustard sauce.
Ooh.
It can go with chicken, fish, shrimp, seafood, and the whole. Any sort of protein. Exactly so.
Acros?
You could even use it on desserts.
This looks like it need a sprinkle when you're eating your pilau.
Goes well with pilau.
Some nice coleslaw on the side. Guys, I know what I'm talking about. I don't like a wet pilau. Some people do, but I like my pilau medium. Yes. And this on top of it.
Yes.
Where can we get this if we don't get it from your booth?
Well, right now, is at my booth. I'm in the process of having it in the grocery stores.
Right.
And that.
Okay.
It's already international.
You're gonna be able to take this overseas just now, guys. So we have this here. This is plantain ginger jam, you say?
Yes. Once you're in the culinary arts, you have to have a creative mind.
Plantain ginger jam. I could see this. This looking spreadable. And some good, a nice. I like my bread toasted.
Toasted.
Yes. Oh, Father, Lord of mercy.
Then you have the wine.
Well, guys, I don't have to tell you all, right? You all have seen me in Book Club Corner. This wine. So wait, this is a local wine?
That's my wine. Yes.
So Anne-Marie, I have Book Club Corner on a Wednesday. I put in a plug out. I need 2 bottles from you for Book Club Corner.
Okay.
You see these glasses? This is what we bib with on a Wednesday when I speak to authors.
All right.
And we're giving us some wine. So all the authors out there that I have scheduled for next week Wednesday and next Wednesday, check it out. What is this? This is what?
That's a Cabernet.
A Cabernet Sauvignon.
Yes.
Blackberry flavored.
Yes.
Ooh.
I have a collection. I have the strawberry. I have the tropical Riesling, which is a blend of 4 different fruits.
Right.
I have the pineapple. I have the blackberry. A few others.
Anne-Marie, where you living? Where you live? You have space? I feel I'm moving.
Yes, I have an extra room.
I feel I'm moving.
Besides the wines, right now I have liqueurs.
Yes.
That are being prepared to be bottled
for Christmas,
for the holiday. Yes. I sent a photo of the bottles of the liqueurs. I don't know if they showed it already. The flavors I have right now is ginger,
right,
sorrel, pineapple, and guava.
I love a good liqueur.
Yes. Serve and crushed ice.
Anne-Marie, you sound like my kind of people. Anne-Marie's my kind of people. Listen, you see this spread here? This is what you can have for Christmas. Anne-Marie does catering. If you have parties, anniversaries, weddings, christening, wakes, right? Anne-Marie is going to sort you out. Give them that number again so they can call.
Yeah, but before I give the number, for the holiday, I have a collection of 13 different punch creme also that is on sale.
Yes.
That will be available, right? And my number again is 1-868-268-8412. And my WhatsApp number, which is also my international number, is 1-647-512-6842.
Very good. Thank you, guys. Anne-Marie, I'm so enthused. My tummy thanks you. My eyes thank you. This was such a party. I am, blown away by what you're sharing here. We're going to be wrapping up soon and heading into our trivia. But before we go, I want to ask you, on a serious note, because, we enjoy the spread and all of that. But seriously, can a business doing what you do make it? I'm asking for all those who are doubting Thomases out there, right? Don't do that. Telling their children and their loved ones. That's not a good idea. Can a business like yours work?
Yes, it can work. You got to put a lot of work into it to make your business work, right? You got to do a lot of advertising, make sure that your standard is always above the other.
Yes.
It's supposed to be at a certain level, and you have to be passionate also about the food industry.
Yes. And to get tooled up, skilled up.
Skilled up,
right?
yes.
Make sure if you're into this, you can go to different places and get the skills you need.
Yes.
THTI
Even
is a
online,
good place to
you
go.
can have it online also.
The University of YouTube, isn't it?
Yeah.
What can't you learn on
off
YouTube?
YouTube. I've done gotta learn a lot of stuff off of YouTube.
I love that. There's so much you can learn and do. Versatility in your craft as well. And I love that. This has been such a fun time with you. Let me tell you, I can't wait for you all to go away for me to get into this. Anne-Marie and I have much to talk about.
Yes.
I love it. Thank you so much for this, Anne-Marie. It was lovely having you. Is there anything you want to, before you go, impart to our viewers about your business or about even being an entrepreneur?
Before I go, I want to thank my parents. Mr. and Mrs. Arthur, my dad, he has passed on. Mommy's here still with us. Very supportive. My father was late Elton Arthur. My mom, Eunice Arthur. And Mommy supports us a lot. the 6 of us.
Yeah.
3 boys, 3 girls. I also have the support of my siblings. Tedata, who just won the Global Award in England for his leathercraft.
Right.
I have my brother Patrick. I have Bunny also. They are all into business. Lisa Arthur-Lavelle, she's based here in Tobago. She has put a lot into the Blue Food. She works with the Festival Commission. I have Colleen, is the last of 6. She's also into the food industry. She's a cosmetologist. A lot of work. So I'm going to encourage people, right? Reach for your goals. If you know you're passionate about something, go for it.
Yes.
For example, the food industry is a lot of hard work.
Yes.
And once you're in the food industry, bear in mind, you must have a creative mind. You must be really passionate about it. Long hours, hard work, reach for your goals.
Yes. But that's,
If that's
one thing
what it
about
is you
your
want.
passion.
Yeah.
When it's your passion, it doesn't feel like long hours. You could do it all day long. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I love that. And listen, Anne-Marie is a woman of... This lady, I asked her about her business, and she brought everybody. She let you... Listen, she brought all her people along. She thanked everybody, and she called everybody's name and what they're into. I love that you're sharing your spotlight with everyone. That is so phenomenal.
Yeah, and then I have 2 daughters. They live in Toronto. And Chanel, the youngest one,
Yes.
she has a catering business also. That's part-time from a full-time job. It's called BF Friends. BF Kitchen, which is Best Friend Kitchen.
Yes.
She's my competition. Trust me. And then I have Tanisha Stacia, right? She, tomorrow will be a year since she had opened her Stuff My Waffle business. And she's doing pretty okay with that. And she's the eldest of the 2. And she's into cheesecakes also. So they got that from their mom, and I got this from my mom and my dad.
Yes.
Right? My aunt only, on my journey, right, when I attended John Donaldson Technical Institute, she was very instrumental also in me reaching where I am. My aunt Euris, she was very supportive. That's my mom's sister. And her eldest daughter, Verl, she's now in England. She's based in England. Very, very supportive. Likewise, her other siblings. So I always have that support from family, from friends, even my customers. They support me a lot, encourage me when I have the downtime, when it's slow. They will still support me and give me words of encouragement and comfort. Right? So
I love
I
that.
want to thank these folks.
Yes.
Not forgetting my customers.
Listen.
If not for my customers,
Anne-Marie,
I wouldn't be standing.
Anne-Marie, you're going to have us here all day, and I want to get into your treats. I want to get into your treats.
And the wine.
And the wine. Don't forget, I love Anne-Marie's good people. So we want to thank Anne-Marie. Thank you very much for being here with us today. We really enjoyed this segment. Entrepreneurs, get into it. Put your back into it. Put your elbow into it. Put your shoulder against the wheel, right? Anne-Marie is saying it can work. Tool up, skill up, and you'll be okay, right? And we're here to support you. We support local here in Trinidad and Tobago. We don't only want to support the foreign markets, but we support our local entrepreneurs. And we're heading into our trivia question right now. We have celebration time, right? There should be bells and whistles because we have a correct answer. The trivia question is for today. 1961 to 1964, the Scarborough Secondary School was called by what name? And we have a correct answer. And that answer goes to Cynthia. Congratulations. And it was called Scarborough Secondary Modern School, aka Technical School or Central. Oh, but they sent me the correct name. Let me go look before people turn up and say, no, I heard my name. I won. I won. Elizabeth McDougall. Congratulations, Elizabeth. Cynthia, no, it's not you. Don't turn up, right? It goes to Elizabeth McDougall. Thank you very much for that, Elizabeth. I don't know if you found it in the Google or somebody told you, but thank you for submitting that correct answer, and congratulations to you. And that's it for us today, guys. We want to thank you for tuning in with us today on Brunch. and where we have, you know, all different flavors and tastes and arts and craft and authors across Trinidad and Tobago coming here to share with you their talent, their loves, their passion, right? And to keep you updated in what's happening in Trinidad and Tobago, what's going on with our people. Keep in mind all the persons who ask for funding and support. We support local, we support local. We make sure our people are taken care of. All the numbers you may have to call, check in with them, and you will be seeing Janelle very soon. Don't cry, she's gonna be back, right? Janelle, we miss you, J Soul. We'll see you soon, and take care of yourselves and enjoy the rest of your Thursday, which is the new Friday. So bye, guys.